and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
And joining us, as always, are our friends and co-hosts, Billy and Mark. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, today we are finally starting Adventure 3 in Candlekeep Mysteries, Book of the Raven. So, do you want to transport us off to a land of whimsy and adventure?
Sure. Yeah, I'm doing this to Roll20, where I've been a subscriber for way too long. I think I did the math in my head. It's $5 a month, and I did it for over 10 years. So they have 600 of my dollars, but well worth it. It's an amazing site. So, last time we were all together in the teaser trailer, I described how both Stardew Raindrop and Leander were trying to discover the mysteries of their past, and their investigation had led them to a particular book called the Book of the Raven. And that is where we will pick up here. They are in Candlekeep in the special Fae area of the library. So this is the library that is particular for Fae books and Fae literature and Fae historical research and references. And since they're both Fae, they feel a little bit more welcome here. But as you both walk up to request the book, you see a very large centaur and a very small pixie working the library register. And take it from there.
No, excuse me. I'm looking for a book referring to the Shadowfell. I think the title might be the Book of the Raven. Is there a copy here that I could check out?
Yes, Book of the Raven. That is a very popular tome nowadays. I just had multiple inquiries about that very tome today. Unfortunately, it is a one-of-a-kind manual that it is not easy to request and to borrow. It is more of a research tome that we use internally. I am not sure that I feel comfortable handing it out to, what did you say your name was?
No, how rude of me. I apologize. My name's Leander, brewmaster extraordinaire and, accidental sorcerer at your service, I suppose.
Very well. Nice to meet you.
No, the pleasure is mine. Well, is there any way that I could read the book with some, supervision? I've come a long way to try and find some answers. I've recently been afflicted with the magic, you see, and I don't know where it came from, and I'm trying to just figure out what's going on with me.
And I'm kind of giving him an empathetic look.
Understandable. Yes, I do believe that our library page could assist you with this matter. Let me go get him.
No, much obliged.
Yes, and around the corner steps the very large centaur carrying a book that is a normal-sized book. And then you realize that the large voice is actually coming from the pixie. The pixie is the lead librarian here, and the librarian page carrying the Book of the Raven follows you to your wherever you need to go. What, Stardew, are you doing anything here?
Yes, actually, I was looking for that very same book.
Oh, see that. Once again, that's very popular novel.
I hear that it's very popular. Maybe we could look together.
Of course, sharing is caring in my book.
And like I said, this is a one-of-a-kind book, and unfortunately, we have not copied or made a duplicate for our records. So, yes, I do believe that with the assistance of the library page here, you should both be able to have a chance to read it.
Wow, much appreciated. Here's a nice little corner. Would you mind joining me? I'm Alder, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Alder. My name's Stardew.
Stardew, that's an interesting name. What brings you to Candlekeep? What interest do you have in the Shadowfell?
Well, a lot, but I don't know anything. That's kind of my problem. That's why I need the book. I've got a pretty big task ahead of me. I was
Mm.
given this really important relic from my people called the Moonfire Staff, and well, I kind of have to figure out how to use it.
Oh, well, you're barking up the wrong satyr here. I don't know anything about magic, and for some reason, I don't know why, I was recently afflicted with the magics, and I'm trying to figure out why. And I heard that there might be some clues in this book, so that's what I'm trying to investigate. But hey, two heads are better than one, so let's jump in. Oh, hey, I got a little something to help maybe spur the gears of innovation. And he pops out a bottle. This is my vintage reserve. The chlorea flowers are beautiful where I'm from, and the bees make some great honey. So this is one of my favorite meads. Before I was magicked, I was a brewmaster, you see, and really enjoyed making mead.
The
So
library.
I'm so sorry.
There are. That is okay. This is your first warning. There are no drinks in the library.
Well, I guess that puts a damper on that plan.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's kind of an old stick in the mud. The large centaur whispers into your ear. Once we get to the table, if you share the libations with me, and be very careful. I don't see a problem with it.
He gives him a sly wink.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Well, let's find a table away from him.
Yeah, so maybe we go off into like the far corner where there's this nice table and some comfy looking chairs down in the lower right corner by Zoe.
By Zoe and Angela Maps. Thank you again, Angela Maps, for providing the map of the library that we're using. It's a very, very good library. But yes, that sounds good. Yes, I will follow you down there. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
As you get down there, he produces the book and lays it out for you to read. And he keeps a somewhat careful eye on you just to make sure that no damage comes to the book. He's being moderately careful, but you can see that he is probably not one of the best paid positions at Candlekeep, so he doesn't have a lot of heart into his work.
Well, here, this will take some of the edge off. It has faint notes of lavender.
And I
Thank you.
pour a few glasses, and I guess maybe do we dive into the book?
Yes, you dive into the book. So the Book of the Raven is a first-hand account of an anonymous author who, after falling off her horse and breaking her leg, was rescued and befriended by Vistani travelers who graciously nursed her back to health. The author and her horse traveled with the Vistani for 3 months, during which the author spent most of her time laid up in a Vistani-covered wagon, where she took to writing this book to pass the time. Although a dozen Vistani are colorfully described in this book, only 2 are mentioned by name. Drasha, a teenage girl who applied bandages and poultices to the author's wounded leg, and Darzan, a one-armed boy with a terrible fear of wolves, who sang beautiful songs to help the author take her mind off the pain. The book provides a detailed account of the Vistani way of life, with emphasis on the food and music. Their overland journey is also discussed, albeit from the viewpoint of one who spent most of it inside a covered wagon. The author described rough roads, days of travel through impenetrable mist and thick forests, crackling fires on cold nights, wolves howling at the dead of night, and ravens pecking at the roof of the wagon in the wee hours of the morning. Later in the book, the author describes rights of being able to hobble about on crutches. She describes the cheery mood of her benefactors as a Vistani caravan traveled a winding mountain road to the gates of a tall, dark castle. The book ends with a description of the castle's dreadful countenance. The writing abruptly stops on the third-to-last page, suggesting that the book was snatched from the author in mid-sentence. The last 2 pages are blank. Give me an intelligence check. I would say maybe an insight check to see if you can read kind of between the lines and get the idea of what she's talking about. Did not
Did not suffice.
did not do good with your insight skill. I will tell you what you learned, Stardew, and you can determine whether you share this information with Leander. The Vistani are planar travelers often encountered in the Shadowfell, and they seem to be immune to the deep despair that besets all visitors to the plane. They travel in horse-drawn, barrel-shaped wagons and have no permanent home. The Vistani display their wealth openly as a sign of prosperity, sharing the good fortune with friends and strangers alike. Vistani resolve disagreements through contests that end with reconciliatory singing, dancing, and storytelling. Vistani families can be big or small. But each family is a gerontocracy, with the oldest members ruling the roost. The elder has most of the responsibility for enforcing traditions, settling disputes, setting the course for the group's travels, and presenting the Vistani way of life. The Vistani have the power, some say gift, to travel through the mists that lead to the forlorn realms within the Shadowfell, known as the domains of dread, where creatures born in darkness dwell. This gift was thrust upon them by mysterious entities called the Dark Powers as a boon for their kindness towards strangers. The Vistani believe that ravens carry lost souls within them, hence killing a raven is considered bad luck in Vistani culture. So through this novel journal, you determine that the Vistani have a remarkable way of traveling through the Shadowfell, which is normally very, very dangerous, that it's not as dangerous to them. They have this secret that was given to them where they can travel through dangerous and unknown areas of the Shadowfell relatively safely. So this is the knowledge that you find very, very useful, Stardew, in your quest. You know that this would become very useful if you're going to explore the Shadowfell for this way to recharge your staff. You know that having this ability would make your job 10 times easier. So do you share this information with Leander?
Yeah, so Stardew is like leaning on the arm of his chair, kind of over his shoulder to look at the book rather than sit in a chair of her own. Just like all up in his space. Yeah, she'll share this information. Their culture seems very interesting. And the Shadowfell sounds like a really kind of terrible place. I don't know if I'll make it there on my own. Seems like, I mean, for what I need to do, I might need one of these people to lead me through.
Oh.
Have you ever been to Shadowfell? What's
no,
it like?
No, that sounds like a place not conducive to satyrs. I mean, we're happy folk, and this sounds like a place of shadow and terror. I don't want to be anywhere near there if I don't have to. But if it means I can actually get back to my home and my family, then, well, I guess I'll have to try.
I would love to help you.
Well, maybe we can help each other.
True. I'll have to finish my quest and replenish the staff, and sounds like I'll have to go to the Shadowfell for that. I'm not sure I could help you much until after, with apologies.
Well, no, I understand, but it seems like a dangerous place.
Sounds like it could be safer, but we would need a guide. I'm not sure where to find one.
Yeah, maybe we could try and ask around and see if there's a way to find a Vistani. I mean, it seems like they're helpful to travelers. We need help. Maybe we should start traveling. I think that's the best idea I can think of. Maybe I should have some more mead.
Well, I always say, if you only have one idea, it must be the good one.
Do you have any thoughts on where to begin?
I think you're right. The best way is to start. We'll have to start searching and see if we can find someone to guide us, perhaps, or at least maybe someone who knows more about these people.
Yeah, well, we are in a library, a place of great knowledge. Perhaps we could ask around.
What was the satyr's name, or the centaur's name? That we were the page.
Derek was the page.
Derek?
He didn't say his name, but his name is. You see on he has a nameplate. His name is Derek.
Is the nameplate on his like bare muscled chest? Because I feel like most centaurs are.
Yeah, it's like a sticker, and you can see that he's got a very hairy, ripped chest, and it's kind of hung on to stuck onto his hair. You can imagine every time he has to change his name tag, it's quite painful.
Hello, my name is Derek.
You see that his name is Derek, and it's Horseman is his last name.
Oh, we'll just stick with Derek. Derek, my good friend. We're looking for a way to maybe encounter a Vistani. Is there any lore in the library that pertains to that?
Yeah, sure. I can go. I've immediately forgot his voice. I could go and ask. Are we done with this book? Because Glitterwings, he's kind of an asshole, and he really won't let you take another book out until you get this one back. So, are we done with this one?
Alder looks to Stardew.
I have no more use of this book.
Yeah,
All right.
we can put it back. Thank you.
Yeah, give it to me, and I'll go up and see if I find something else with the Vistani. Give me a little bit. So he reaches his hand out to take the book.
Yeah, we hand it to him.
All right. As you hand it to him, he drops the book.
Oh,
I'm so. Oh, geez, these libations have got to me more than I thought. It's a lot. Could you reach down and grab it? It's a little hard for me to pick things off the floor, as you could imagine.
Oh, of course. Not a problem. Happy to help.
And Leander scoops down to grab it.
As when you bend down to see the book, you realize that a page has come loose. And investigating it further, you see that maybe it's a little different size than some of the other pages. It's actually folded. So give me a sleight of hand check.
You got it.
I will give you advantage since he is definitely a little tipsy with that wine that you gave him, so he's not really paying attention much. So you are able to slip out that page of that book, and all right. And do you hand him the book?
I hand him the book, but sure, I'll hang on to the page. Might be a curious note.
So as he walks up with the book, and I'll be right back. I'll go see. It may take a bit. So as he leaves the table, you see that page is actually a mysterious map once you unfold it.
Stardew, check this out.
Do you see a thing that popped up?
Yeah.
Okay. I took a picture with my phone. The very top village where the journey starts is a town called Witchway. Wytchway. So that, based off this map, you know that whatever it is, it starts in a location called Witchway.
Well, we talked about taking a journey, and now we have a map. What do you say, Stardew?
Wow.
We should we'll see if Derek has anything for us, but maybe we could set out. Who knows where this map could go? It's a little scintillating and also a little scary too.
That's the best combination. An adventure? I'm in.
I think maybe we wait until Derek comes back.
Yeah, let's make sure he doesn't have any more books. It'd be helpful. Who knows when we'll make it back? This is a big map.
As we're waiting, can we do we have an understanding of where this is in relation to where we are at Candlekeep?
You really don't know. The only map that the information you have, the only thing that's called anything that would be relative to a real map is which way. All the other ones are more drawn by somebody who is giving directions. They're locations and scenery and sites that don't really have a reference on the map, and it doesn't look like it's drawn to scale enough that you could match it up to if you had like a large atlas or a map. The only clue really is that town of Whichway, which is the only thing that links it to the real world, but you haven't really heard of Whichway.
Maybe we should try and find out where this village is, and that'll give us a starting point at least. Because I can't really make a whole lot of sense of this map. Can you?
I've never been any of these places, and it looks handmade, to put it nicely. Does this library have an atlas section?
Oh, it has to. This is the greatest library in all of Faerun.
I'll go ask Glitterwings? Was that his name?
Yeah. Glitterwings, my arch nemesis.
Ranger's gonna run over to Glitterwings.
Yes, how can I help you?
Yes, hi. I was looking for just maps of Whichway or any of the surrounding areas that you might have known of.
Which way to what? Which way to go? What?
I think the place was called Whichway.
A town called Whichway. I will check. We do have atlases, but once again, they are for reference use only. They are old, and on the paper they are written on and vellum is very, very fragile. I will look for you and see if I can find one for you. You need special training to handle such things. I will be back.
So he flies off to
Thank you.
the reference section to see. So while he's over there, a human gentleman walks up to you. Oh, they're going to which way? I heard. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but that pixie is rather loud.
He is awfully loud for a librarian.
You'd think that there's rules for silence around here, but
Apparently, you can't even drink in here.
well,
You would think.
yeah, I don't know. They barely let me in here to begin with, since I'm not Fey. But that's neither here nor there. But I do think that I'm going to, at least I'm going by which way. If you want to tag along, I'll be happy to put you up in my wagon. It's not anything fancy. I just got old Bessie the horse and a little horse cart. But if you're willing to ride with me, I think I could probably take you to which way, if that's fine.
Well, of course, and we would really appreciate the altruism. Here, let me repay the favor. My name's Alder, by the way. Let me pour you a drink. What's your name?
I'm Grouton.
Well, it's a pleasure. And this is my friend Stardew.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let me finish up what I was doing here. I didn't have much luck looking for what I was looking for, but give me about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and we could probably get on our way. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, what was it that you were looking for, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, it's gonna sound kind of goofy, but I'm not really lucky with the ladies. And I heard some of these elven creatures are kind of romantically inclined, so I was hoping that I could get some pointers or tips to be a little bit more suave as they say, I believe. But it was not to be.
Oh, well, I'm
Well,
sorry to hear that.
I mean, one tip is just being super helpful. That's always nice. Thanks for helping us.
Oh yeah, that's I guess I am a nice guy. But you know what they say about nice guys.
Well, I always finish last.
Oh, that's sad. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking nice guys are finish first, but oh, okay.
Well, I
I
wish
guess
that
we'll
was the
go then.
case.
Oh,
I think it just depends. Just depends on the guy and the time. You seem really nice, Grouton.
Well, I try. Yeah, let's head on to my wagon. So, after about 10 minutes, what do you before leaving, are you going to just let Derek Horseman continue to
No, we were gonna wait for him to come back with anything and say goodbye.
Okay.
We weren't just gonna ghost him.
So he comes back after a few minutes just to let you know that there's not a lot of information on the Vistani. This book of the Raven is really the only reference they have that mentions the Vistani, and that's why it's kept under lock and key, basically.
Well, it was worth a try. Here, take a small sample for the road, just as a token of our appreciation.
He winks at you and slides it into his saddlebags. It's kind of like cargo shorts for centaurs.
That's awesome.
He winks. He's not the stylish. He's not one of the cool centaurs.
He's cool in my book.
He winks at you again. But yeah. So you take to the road with old Gralton. And just like he said, his horse cart is nothing to be proud of. It's a very small cart led by a small white horse named Old Bessie. And you hop on, he starts going. It's a pretty uneventful journey for at least a portion of it until you hear him cuss. And he pulls off to the side of the road where you're on.
Is everything all right?
God dang it! Let me get his voice again. I was trying to do a Midwestern. That's what it was. Yeah, I think old Bessie here. I think something happened with the old axle on this cart here. It happens. I don't have a lot of, I don't know, money to repair things like that. So, I'll try to do it, but it may take me a bit. I'm not a strong man, and I see that you are also not physically inclined. You'd think I had a lot of muscle, but it's really not that much muscle.
Well, we can help you if we can. I mean, with the three of us, it's better than just just one or two.
Oh yeah, that'd work out real good. So you hop off of the wagon, and as you start looking around the wagon, you see a lone figure walking towards you. He's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Oh, hail, friend.
And Alder's just standing in the road, waving his arm wildly.
As Soan's journeys down the road, he sees a cart off to the side, and two smaller individuals and a semi-portly human bent over at the side of the wagon, looking at it.
Hey, do you all need help?
Hi, friend. Yeah, we had a little bump in the road, and seems like our axle's out. You look very strong. We're a little lacking in the physicality department. We would welcome your help. I'm Leander. This is Stardew, and our friend G something.
Hi.
Well, hey, I'm Soans. And yeah, strength is one of my main attributes. I for sure can help you guys.
Well, wow, you do look pretty strong there. Maybe you can come over here and lift up the cart real quick while I look to see if anything's what's wrong. If you don't mind picking up the side over here by the wheel, and I'll gauge to see what we can do about this.
Yeah, no problem. I can lift that easy.
Why don't you give me a strength check? Yeah, with a 14 strength, it's not that big of a wagon. Like, you are able to lift it up, so the wheel is off the ground, and Gralton gets in there and he looks like, oh man, I don't know about this. I don't think I could fix this here. There was that small roadside place not that far back. Maybe I'll just go over there and see if I can get the replacement part. You see, it's this triaxle connector rod that just seems to. I think it's broken. I don't know if I can repair it. Why don't you you? I don't feel comfortable leaving old Bessie here in my cart. Do you mind waiting here while I go get the part?
Oh, sure. I'll watch after her.
Yeah, I've got plenty to drink and good company, so why not? We're not in any hurry.
That sounds like a good deed to me. I'll do that.
All right. So Gralton starts to walk down south the way that you do. And
Alder brings up the charcuterie board and some more booze.
yeah. So Leander, when you go in to grab the charcuterie board, Gralton's about 30 feet away. You realize your map's gone.
Oh, I misplaced the map. Stardew, do you have it? I just realized that it's not on me.
No, I think you had it. Hey,
Huh.
hey, Gralton. Gralton,
Oh yeah.
we don't have the map. Do you have the map?
What map? Oh yeah. Oh, the map. I don't think so. Give me an insight check. Stardew and Soans, you don't know what could have happened for that map, but Leander, you're pretty sure Gralton is not really being as honest and truthful with you as he says he is. I don't know. Keep looking for it. I'll be back here pretty soon.
Wait,
Leander takes a peek under to look. Is anything actually broken?
Give me an investigation check. The wheel spins freely. It looks like everything's working just fine.
I'm pretty sure I had that on me. Something's not sitting right.
Leander, did we even tell him about the map?
Well, thinking back, I don't recall. But then again, he was eavesdropping, so he could have heard that we were talking about the map and that we were setting off to the witch world.
Well,
He,
I don't know what you're talking about over there, but you want anything to eat or drink when I come back?
Oh, yeah, please.
And I'm going to cast Charm Person.
All right.
And I think this is a level 1 spell, so Wild Magic kicks in.
Yeah. So roll a d20. It's a DC 13 Wisdom save. So Gralton fails. As you see, he got an 11.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to see if you could bring us a salad. I really like salad. And also the map, if you please. Because I know we're such good friends. We would never take anything that doesn't belong to one another.
The map. I see how you'd like it, but I also really need it too.
Well, I'm a person who likes to share, so I feel like if there's a way that we can mutually have the benefit of this map, that would be amenable to all parties. Would you not agree?
I agree, but I don't see how it could be mutual. You see, hey, I guess I gotta bring it back. That's my job. If I don't have that, I don't get my money.
What do you mean bring it back? Bring it back to whom?
Well, hey, I don't like to talk too much about my clients, and
But we're friends, right?
yeah, we are, but I guess I was hired by this guy. I don't know too much about him, but he said he he uh he lost an item somewhere, and he said that I was. He didn't tell me what the item was. I wasn't there to get the item, but I was there just to get the map. I was hoping that after I get the map, they'd hire me also to get the item. I don't know what it is, but you see, I don't know too much about it. They didn't really talk too much, but they didn't seem like good guys, if you know what I mean. They seemed to be I don't want to say evil, but if you know what I guess they're just evil. Yeah. I'm kind of in my position. It's a good thing to be a little perceptive of people, and I did notice that he seemed to be worshiping this weird god. He had this medallion around his neck, and I ain't no uh, I don't know, priest or anything, but I do know an evil god when I see him, and I wish I could tell you more, but unfortunately, I need that. I need that map, and I know we're friends and all, but unfortunately, I can't be giving it to you. But I'll definitely bring you back. What did you want? Some.
Well, I would like a salad with extra
I'll
cucumbers.
bring you back the salad, and I don't mind. That's on me. I'll buy that for you, but I don't think I can give you back the map.
We're not going anywhere. We're happy to wait for you, and there's no risk. We're the ones who found it.
Can we just copy it real quick before you leave? They don't need to know that we've copied it.
Oh, that's a good plan. I actually see that will work out for everyone. All right, but I'm holding on to this map while you copy it.
Well, I've got some parchment. Come over. We'll make a copy. You can go grab a salad, and then everybody will get what they want.
That's
you can
a
go
good
back
idea.
to the evil guys, right?
You should be
Oh,
careful
yeah.
taking work from evil guys.
I mean, I got it in this economy. You gotta take work when you get it. So, Gralton does walk back over to you. He takes out the map from a secret pocket in his jacket, and he unfolds it. And he does show it up to you, but he is holding on to it very, very tightly.
And that's fair. I mean, if we can copy it, you promise to take us to the which way. Even if you use some subterfuge to deceive us and steal the map from us, which, quite frankly, between friends, I don't approve of. As long as we get to where we're going, I think we can work this out.
Okay, I see how that works. So he holds the map up to you. You copy the map down, and with all the details and the notes, it doesn't take super long. Maybe about a half an hour, 45 minutes. So after that, what what's your plan now? I appreciate you letting me keep the map. I mean, I would have kept it anyway, but so you want to just keep going on to which way?
Well, that would be preferable. I can't speak for our new friend here. What's your story, pal? Where are you headed?
Well, I mean,
Not
I'll
you.
drop you off.
Shut up, Carlton. I'm talking to this marble marvel over here.
Oh, I'm just wandering the roads, doing good deeds. Nowhere in particular. Which away, that away, don't matter to me.
Well, we're going to which way, if that matters to you. And, well, I'm helping out my new friend Stardew, and that seems like a good deed. I think we're headed to some pretty dark places. I think we could really use your help.
Hi, I love your skin. She
Um,
pets his
thanks.
arm.
Thanks, it's the skin I was born with. And then
Where?
I guess I altered also.
It is very nice, kid.
Stardew leans in really close. Where are you from?
Gonna ask me some background questions. I don't
You're from Rocks.
North Rocktown.
North Rockton.
I'm from the far east and also far north from here. Probably haven't heard of it.
Oh, is it around Rockton?
Yeah, like West Rockton.
Oh, it's a nice area. I heard real estate's booming over there.
Yeah, it's hard to buy now.
Tell me about it.
It's a nice place if you like rocks. I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know. Could be a lot different now.
What took you so far from home?
On a journey of karmic cleansing, you might say.
Oh, you know what's great for some karmic cleansing?
Mm.
Mead.
What?
Let's have a glass.
Okay, yeah.
A meeting of new friends and a start of a new journey definitely calls for a toast to our quest.
What's the quest? Do we have to beat this guy up for stealing? I don't really. I just got here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in Gralton because he's a liar and a thief.
Yeah, Gralden he's a bit of a dummy, I think.
Yeah, but Stardew, tell us of your quest.
Oh, right, the quest. Yeah. So I have to get to my bio sheet. Hold on a second. We were at the library. That's how we met, and we were trying to do research on Shadowfell because I have the heavy obligation actually to recharge my Moonfire staff. It's very important to my people.
Why is it so important?
It's one of the things that always has been. We've always had it since the beginning of stories, and it's been passed from generation to generation. Not only just a symbol of us, but supposedly very powerful to continue our people. I'm not quite sure what it all means yet.
Oh, and why do you have it? Are you like the special leader of your people? Are you like a princess or a queen? Should I be calling you your majesty? Leander bows.
Well, no.
Because I got
Not
the
yet,
good
anyway.
stuff. I'll break the good stuff out for royalty.
I was chosen, but again, part of the story is so vague that I don't know why. It's up to me to discover that, and if I can, then I can be helpful, but the staff might not have chosen the right person. So for now, I'm not much of anything except kind of lost.
Well, I can understand that. I don't know what's happened to me, like why I was chosen to receive these gifts. I guess they're gifts. But I know what that feels like, so I think that's why I want to help you. And if I can get some answers too, well, that would be great.
Sounds like we're in the same wagon. Pun intended.
I see what you did there.
So that's where we're at. Hopefully we're thinking we could somehow find our way to the Shadowfell, maybe with a Stani to lead us so that we could make it safely, and I can charge my staff, and then we can find Leander's way home.
And the best lead that we got was this map leading us to which way?
And this guy knows how to get there?
Now, supposedly.
We thought he did.
He
Was
offered,
he actually leading you there or just leading you out here to rob you?
well, we
Well, that's
trusted
the
him.
embarrassing part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was more the latter, but we were kind of hoping on the former. Have you seen this map?
That doesn't look super familiar to me. I walk around a lot, but the earth kind of blends together after a while.
Well, if Groton's still good to his word, maybe he will show us the way to which way, and we can continue our journey.
If the wagon's not broken, then Gralton, can we use it? Are you gonna keep being silly?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let me, I mean,
How about this? I'll pay you just for the ride. Take us where we were going so we don't have to walk. You can have a gold piece, and then if you want, you can go on your way. You're no hostage here.
Yeah, I don't know why you're being so difficult. We were nice to you. We agreed to help you. We even gave you some drinks.
yeah, you see, the problem was, I know what I gotta do. I'll take it up to, Witchwood's not really actually that far. It's right up the road here, but, I don't think you're gonna make it. And Carlton stabs you in the back with a short sword because he does know that you cast Charms Person on him. Your chit chat and your talk and your thing have pushed it over the 1 hour line, so he's not happy with you. So let us roll for initiative. But he gets a
Woohoo.
surprise round.
Surprise round.
Wait, what's the command?
Oh,
You
you
should-
just hit initiative on your character
Yeah.
sheet. If you click
Oh,
the word
nice.
initiative.
That is such a good feature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
I feel like that was the biggest slowdown when we were using Roll20 before, was
Yeah.
like, I have to put on all these commands and
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it public so you can see. Oh, you lucked out. It's a terrible roll. It is actually a fumble. So Gualton, I guess he's still a little confused from the charm person. He just has that moment of hesitation where he still thinks you're a friend because it's just now leaving his brain, and he holds his short sword stab to your kidney just long enough for you to nimbly dodge out of the way, and this kind of causes him to stumble a little bit forward. You see him a little bit confused, so he thought he was going to stab you, but then he thought he's your friend, so that's the effect of the fumble. You can see that he's a little confused at what's happening right now. He's not D&D rules confused, he's just actually confused.
gotcha.
And it is... Leander, it is your turn.
Whoa, hey, what the hell? That is not okay.
I think he's just mad that he would go and stab like that. I think reactionary, just like emotions boil over and he just yells and dragon breath comes out.
All right.
So first I'll do the dragon breath. I'm gonna do the D4 to determine what 2 is frost.
Yeah.
Frost breath.
Yep. Oh, this is the... so you're just doing that random cantrip?
No. So I did dragon's breath, the
Yeah.
spell, but then I used the random to determine. I think dragon's
Oh,
breath
okay.
has the same, like you can choose fire, frost, acid, or lightning.
Yeah, you can... I think you can choose with Dragon's Breath. You can choose. It's not random.
I thought
You
it'd be-
can.
okay. I thought it'd be
Um,
kind of cool if it was still random.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the concept was that it was random.
Okay.
Even though you can choose, we
Yeah.
wanted him to be kind of like not able to control what he's
Yeah.
doing.
It's a DC 10 deck save.
DC 10 deck save. All right. Did it go? Let's do public so you can see it all. It is a fail.
14 damage.
14?
Yeah.
All right. So that took a huge... Is it just straight fort? Is that, or do you roll that up there, 14?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
under the save.
Oh, you had rolled rocks, 4, 6, and 4. Okay. All right. So he took a big chunk. You see the frost breath come out, and he's a little bit confused already. And out of this sheer anger and surprise, it manifests into this freezing ray of chilled air coming out of your mouth as you yell at him for trying to stab you, and you see his skin momentarily turn blue and purple as he shivers with this unearthly cold.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
And that's the end of his turn.
Stardew, it is your turn.
She will cast Entangle. So she'll, summon up like moss and vines out of the ground he's standing on and attempt to wrap him up so he can't leave.
He fails the strength check, and so he is restrained.
Carlton, this is just too much. Come on.
Oh, I am sorry that it had to come to this, but I wouldn't be real good at my job if I just let y'all go.
Well, what now? I told
guess,
you were outnumbered.
Yeah, I mean I've faced tougher odds before, but I am in a pretty tough spot. I do agree.
Then do you yield and we can resolve this amicably?
Well, I guess it's not my turn. Sorry.
Do you yield and we can resolve this amicably?
Speaking is like a free action. You can like a one sentence. Sure, I yield.
Oh,
Give me a.
who's next?
Give me an.
I don't
give me an
believe him,
insight check.
Leander.
Give me an insight check. Yeah, Stardew, you know that he's not going to yield.
This guy's so full of it.
Yeah, I'll definitely just everybody stop their fighting, and I'll definitely yield.
He's not. He's so lying.
I don't know why you say that. That's not nice.
She starts like pounding her quarterstaff in her hand, like a baseball bat.
Well, I don't know. Definitely, I think if you stop, especially that strong one over there, if you were to help me, maybe. I mean,
you're a
people are
thief.
beating up on me. You see
You're
that
a
you want to do
thief
the good
and
deed.
a liar.
I'm not a thief. Oh, it's who took the map the first time? Was that your map?
Yes.
Oh,
It was Leander's map.
Oh, where'd you get it from, Leander?
We don't have to explain our purchases to you.
Oh, you bought it? How much was it?
I got it for a 5-finger discount.
Oh, so I'm the bad guy for trying to steal it when you stole it in the first place. So Ans, you see this? You're trying to do a good deed. They're thieves, and I'm just trying to take it back. And from who I rightfully owned it, and they're trying to do
the evil guys, right?
The evil guys who rightfully own it.
You're saying that if you're evil, you can't own property? Is that property law? I didn't know.
We checked the map out of the library as is customary.
Oh, you checked the map, so if we went back there, the library is well aware that they had a map in their possession.
Yeah, we could go back right now if you wish. Right after we resolve this encounter.
Yeah, see, I don't trust you either. Yeah, so Ans, you're the guy that does all the good deeds. Do these guys seem like they're telling you the truth? I don't know if they, I'm just trying to retrieve somebody's property, and they're trying to stop me from it, and I'm sorry that I tried to stab that guy, but he did try to. He casted an offensive spell on me first, so he kind of started it.
I'm so confused. Yeah, I think both of you guys, or I guess all three, have pretty good points. But I was getting all worked up, and I would love to hit somebody, but now I don't know who.
You see, I mean, I'm pretty far away from you, so if you want to hit somebody, there's two people right next to you that you could hit pretty hard, and I'd appreciate it.
Well, I have a good ranged weapon that's interesting also.
Oh, I don't know. Like a bow and arrow? I don't know about that. I got bow and arrow too, but I'm not going to use it because I'm too close.
For my bonus action, can I smack him?
You absolutely can do it, no damage smack. You see, Soans? Are you calling me the aggressor? Oh, they got me wrapped up and entangled, and then they're going to slap me? Disrespect me like that? I'm just trying to do my job.
Well, again, you did lie to us and steal from us and then tried to stab me, so...
I mean, I had to do what I had to do to get back some property from people that were thieving and stealing it. Going where they didn't belong, apparently.
I don't know about that. And
That's
your twisting of words and twisting of the situation is not going to help you.
Yeah, I think he's right. I step forward and I want to attack him. Because it's my turn now, correct?
It is your turn. So you can attack with one of your weapons because you have to do the.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about. I know to pause the action probably isn't super fun, but
No, it's fine to talk about some of these cool mechanics that we're exploring
Yeah.
now.
yeah. So Soans has two-handed or two-handed great axes that he can swing like one-handed each. So a main hand and an offhand. And then he has his subclass or his fighting style, right? Is two-handed weapon, so he does that. But his subclass is heavy gunner. Which, Bill, did you homebrew this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because in general, for you to two-hand weapon it needs to be light,
Mm-hmm.
and so even two-handing two long swords is you have to get a bunch of feats and it's long. So for him to two-hand a 1d12 weapon,
Yeah.
that's way more damage than is normal. So I thought it'd be really fun if you made it that when he did that, he gave up 100% of his mobility, and so that's kind of and it makes sense with his earth thing is that
Mm.
he's so strong
Mm-hmm.
that if you use your move action to have the ground grip you,
Yeah.
and then you have, you know,
That's
then
awesome.
you can swing these two-handed, very heavy off weapons without being off balance or, because it's not the issue is that you're strong enough to swing them, but
Yeah.
they're so heavy that if you swing them, that you're so off balance and it's just bad news. You can't actually effectively swing them. But if you take that time to connect with the earth or the ground or anything that's connected to the earth, or even a floor in a tavern or
Mhm.
anything like that,
Yeah.
then you can you're locked into place, so you can swing these without having to worry about losing your footing.
Okay, cool. I read that wrong originally. I thought that I had to do that move action to use the shard sprayer.
You do the same thing for the shard sprayer because
So I have to,
is
lock in both
yeah.
times. Okay,
both
cool.
times. Yeah, both for either your weapons. I mean, you can still swing a one-handed
Can
axe.
do my normal thing.
1d12 plus 4 or whatever,
3. Yeah,
which is
1d12
still
plus 3.
huge damage and normally good
Yes.
weapon. But yeah,
I feel
Okay,
really bad for this guy.
I do that.
Yeah.
all right. So even with the advantage that you have with
Like being flanked.
being flanked, and he's actually sorry, I was looking.
He's
at
entangled,
the wrong
right?
stat. Yeah, so he's this nimble. You can tell by his movements he's a little bit more nimble than he puts on for this portly, chubby guy. But he sees this great axe coming down towards his body, and you see him trying to move his foot to step out of the way, but he can't. And he takes that axe right in the side of his flank. So if you hit the actual great axe button right there in the chat window, it'll swing your damage.
Cool.
So he tries to avoid, but with that entanglement, he is unable to sidestep like he normally does and avoid this giant great axe coming towards him. And really, all he does is open up his flank, and this great axe just digs into his side, cracking a few ribs, and you see that making a giant cut in the leather armor that is hidden underneath his traveling clothes that you see now.
How's he looking?
He is looking very worse for wear. He is, he still has frostbite on his fingers and his nose and his ears from that initial frost breath, and now he's got multiple cracked ribs and he's bleeding out of the side. He is, in 4E terms, bloodied. You see that he is not long for this world.
All right. I getting the thirst for battle and seeing that a good deed can be done by taking out, not necessarily killing, but incapacitating this guy. The or the not bloodlust, but like the battle rage comes over, and I use my action surge. I want to hit him again. Yeah.
Once again, you swing this giant axe down at him. He learns now that he can't really move his feet, so he tries to position his body to avoid this great axe. And once again, he's just not able to fully get out of the way of this blow. This precisely placed blow that a seasoned fighter puts down on him, and he bends the other way, and it catches him on his other flank. So now his other ribs are now cracked, and it just goes right through his leather armor and into his spleen, and he just falls. I mean, you see the light from his eyes just disappear, and the only thing keeping him upright are these plants that are wrapped around his feet. So in theory, his top half is just a marionette, just hanging there, lifeless, but you standing upright, like those toys that you press down on the things and they just collapse.
Oh,
And
that's kind of sad.
Neat. Look at him, all weird shaped there.
Oh, we should have some respect. Let's, he wasn't a great guy, but we should at least put him at rest.
Stardew's gonna like make the entangled roots and everything grow more into like a little grave for him.
how very nice and generous. Give yourself inspiration for that.
I was gonna say I could mold earth and literally dig a grave for him.
If you do that, you'd also get inspiration. I played my cards too early.
Well, hang on.
You knew we were going to bring multiple grave options to the game,
You want a cairn? You want a floral burial?
Yeah.
So
I'll mold earth. I think that's a cantrip.
Yeah, that makes some sense
Yeah.
to make like a grave.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can dig like a 6-foot hole. We can throw his body in, or like even just right where he is, and then the tangled roots could be like
Like some
A mark.
flowers or something. Yeah.
like a marking too.
So where are you
You
putting
can-
his grave?
Under that tree.
Over here? Or this one? To the north? I don't know where the trees are.
Right there.
Yeah.
All right. He's
The way he lived. Stupidly.
so are you burying him with all of his stuff?
No.
Leander's not the kind of person who would like rifle through a dead person's possessions, but he's not gonna like.
I think Cyan is. Once you're dead, you don't need it. He's battle hardened, and you loot corpses. That's how you fund the war effort. So yeah, he pats him down and searches through the body.
Stardew's comforting his horse.
Right.
No use in burying good gold.
Well, as you rifle through his body, you see that he has 10 gold, a short sword, and a short bow. Neither of them are anything special. They're designed to look normal. They're very sharp and very keen, but they are average looking. You see very fine leather armor that he's wearing, but not anything special, but just way higher quality than you would think somebody of his stature could afford.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden underneath his traveling clothes, you see the map, which you're able to recover, and you see in that same hidden pocket that you saw him take the map out, you see a letter, and this letter reiterates what he was talking about before, but it does add a little bit new information, though. Even though he was charmed and he was your friend, it doesn't mean that he was forced to tell you the entire truth. This wasn't a zone of truth situation.
That's fair.
So you do see that he actually was hired to get the item that they're talking about. So
Does it mention the item?
it says, in theory, that one of our agents lost an item. We know that he placed the map of where he was going into this book, and we haven't heard from him back. He was carrying an item of great value on him. So you are to get this map and use the map to recover the item in any way possible.
Oh, so this is a treasure map.
I mean, if you look at do you have the map?
Yeah, we have a map and we have a copy of a map.
All right. Do you see what the bottom words of the map say on the instructions?
Could you put it back up again?
You have to go click it.
Follow the
Oh.
trail to the
Oh, it
hand
doesn't show? Oh, damn it.
and horn. That part?
Yeah.
Follow the trail
Okay.
to the hand and horn.
Hand and
past-
horn past the Tree Hill.
West of
over
there.
the
Oh,
wo-
man, it's definitely a treasure map because it says treasure on it.
The treasure is here. So
Oh.
it's a treasure map.
Well, to be
Exciting.
fair, I rolled really low on my insight earlier.
So you now know that it is a treasure map. You don't know what the item is. You don't know what the map says, but you do know that the start of the adventure is in which way, which he was kind enough to tell you how to get to which way. He did not tell you the whole truth, and he unfortunately was not successful in his mission to recover this. And you do see at the bottom it's signed by the Sons of Orcus. So why don't do you have any of
Orcus.
you have religion?
That sounds familiar.
All right, you know that Orcus is not a name of a major god. You don't really know much about Orcus based on your roles. You don't know anything showing what Orcus believes in, but you do know that it's not a major god. It may be either a demigod or a particular creature that has been raised to deity status. But it's not a common religion. It may be either a cult or something like that, an offshoot. But you don't recognize it.
And if it ain't half goat, I don't know about it.
Yeah, you fortunately do not know that much about him, but you do have a working cart, a map.
Alder
And
gets curious
then
about the
I-
cart. Can we take a peek in there before? Or real quick?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this looks kind of nice. I could pack a lot of meat into this. And what do we find?
Well, give me a perception check.
Cool.
I want to look too.
All right. Yeah. So answers. Alder, you don't really see anything. Ans, you kind of move around some of the bags and random boxes, and Stardew, you see this also, that there's a cloth that is covering the seat, but it's not really thick enough for to add comfort. So it's not really like a riding cloth or a blanket like that. And as you pick it up to move it, you see a huge blood stain on this cart, maybe leading you to believe this wasn't Gralton's cart to begin with.
And so goes the spoils of war.
So
Yeah, now I
it
guess
is-
I don't feel so bad.
No, you shouldn't. The cart is nothing special. It is a very cheap farmer's cart. You know, it is ratty and old. It is in working condition. So whoever owned this before, he repaired it when it needed to, greased it, kept it working. But it's not a fancy cart, and unfortunately, you're not convinced that the owner of this cart is around anymore.
Yeah, at least we have some transportation. No, do you guys want to rest up a little bit and head on our way?
Yeah, let's get going to which way?
I think it's that way.
Which way?
No, over there. Which way?
I feel like who we could do this for a long time.
Who's on first?
Who's on first?
Stardew wants to ask Betsy the horse if she'd like to take us to which way.
She casts Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed, I would love to take you to which way that horrible man. Oh, my beloved, Joachim. He was murdered right behind me. I heard it, of course. I could not see it, but I knew it had happened. But what was I to do? I am but a pawn in these strange games of man and other humanoid races. But yes, for sure, as long as I do enjoy the occasional apple.
We'll get you all the apples you want. She said she'll take us.
You can talk to animals?
Of course.
That's amazing.
Well,
Tell our horse friend thank you very much.
We'll just need to find some apples.
Ow!
I think he pulls out an apple from his ration.
Here you are, Betsy.
Thank you. Actually, my true equestrian name is Persephone, but
Oh, I'm so
unfortunately,
sorry.
I was never able to give that information to Joachim. But Betsy, I do love that name. He came up with that name. I believe it was the name of the prior horse that accidentally died in a fire. So I don't know. Maybe I am better off with you. Let's go.
Silly me not to ask for your real name.
Oh, I appreciate it, Persephone.
That's it for Session 1 of Book of the Raven, Adventure 3 in Candlekeep Mysteries. Our next episode will be a post-session review before we jump back into Session 2. Check us out at +1togaming.com, where you can find our other D&D live plays, discussions, and character creation tips to level up your games. Don't forget to subscribe for updates on new content. Never spam. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.